Changing careers is hard. Finding something you love to do is even harder. And is it even worth it? 3 years ago, I was a doctor, and I knew if I kept practicing medicine, one day, I'd die with regrets. Why? Because I knew it wasn't the thing I was supposed to do with my life. And it wasn't because being a doctor or a psychiatrist, that's what I was, wasn't rewarding or meaningful, or that it wasn't a privilege to take care of patients. No, it is, for the right people. I just wasn't one of those people. So I quit and started writing and started this furniture refinishing company. Today, I'm showing you how I did it with my 5 steps to getting the hell out of a job you hate and into a job you love. Step 1, identify what you don't want to do. Every yes in my career has started with a no. Maybe 20 no's. For too long, I thought I could do things I didn't want to do and be happy. Example, becoming a physician, because my family expected me to. I felt that pressure. I graduated from medical school. I ultimately ended up becoming a board certified psychiatrist. The whole time, I thought I could figure out how to be happy if I just surfed enough, or meditated enough, or camped enough. It never worked. I was never fine. I was never happy. That all changed when I finally admitted to myself what I did not want to do anymore, which was practice medicine. While I was still in medicine, I made a list of things I was no longer willing to do anymore inside my next career. I do not want to work in a hospital. I do not want to be inside all day. I do not want to sit at a computer and type all day. Some logical next career steps for an ex-physician, like being a consultant, which would have required me to be at a computer all day long, were off the table. I wasn't gonna do it. These were things I admitted that I could no longer do and be who I was. What you'll notice as you're writing down your no's is that some yeses will start to automatically pop up. Like, for me, I want more autonomy. I want to work outside for part of the day. I want to create every morning. Again, even though my list of no's and then my list of yeses were really vague, they helped me start to filter the choices in my brain as I started to think about my future after leaving medicine. Step 1's homework. Get a blank sheet of paper. Draw a line through the middle. On the left, write don'ts. On the right, write do's. Pause this video and focus on the left side of the piece of paper. You can write out anything. I no longer want to commute longer than 40 minutes per day. Working with a psycho boss. I no longer want to have to eat lunch while I'm working. Anything. Let all of your no's roll out on the sheet. No filter. Watch if any do's or yeses start to appear on your list. Write those down too. Pin this piece of paper up somewhere where you'll see it every single day. Refrigerator, bathroom mirror. And as you continue thinking about this, as you continue brainstorming, continue adding more things to each side of the list. Step 2, stop wallowing in the misery of your current job. Why? Because it doesn't help. You know what else doesn't help? Quiet quitting. The passive-aggressive ethos of sticking it to your boss or your employer by giving it the bare minimum. I tried to quiet quit. You know who it hurt? It wasn't my boss. It hurt me because I developed bad habits. Habits are 100% transferable. Whoever you are inside your current job is who you will be inside your next job. There's no light switch for character. Your goal inside of your current job is to do the best you can to put yourself in a position to be ready for the next opportunity where you can actually go out and do something you love. All the time you spend wallowing and bitching and moaning about how horrible your job is time wasted. People say fortune favors the bold. I do agree with that, but I'd also say fortune favors the unresentful. When you get stressed about your current situation and you don't know what to do and you're hopeless, I beg of you, do not scroll social media or bemoan your employer or blame late-stage capitalism. Use your frustration as a force to start going after your next job. Read a book, get outside, climb a tree, do anything. If I had to guess, when we take a good hard look at your current job, the one you hate, fear is likely at the root of how you ended up getting that job. At least it was for me whenever I became a doctor. The story I told myself was that I wasn't smart enough to go out and figure out what I really wanted to go do, that I wasn't brave enough to own my own business. You probably listened to some of the advice of your family members who told you that one day, if you just stick to it and you work hard, it's gonna work out. Maybe you told yourself that you didn't want to make a career out of your passions. Or maybe you told yourself that a stable career was worth sacrificing what you love. All of those excuses start and end with not enough faith in our capability. That's what we're trying to fix. We have to redevelop faith in ourselves. Start doing things that make you proud of yourself. Ask every cashier you meet how their day is going. Call up your grandparents. Go to the gym before work. Go on a walk every day after your shift ends, rain or shine, without your phone. Go to an actual bookstore, walk in, find a book that looks like it could possibly help you, buy it, and then read it. Each of these actions create momentum. Each of these actions are also very humbling. I felt like I was learning how to walk again whenever I was doing these things. And I'll be honest, they felt completely pointless. But then slowly, momentum started to build. And I looked up a couple of months down the road, and I started to believe that I was on the right path again, that I could actually change careers. It's like that helplessness that I lived in for so long started to fade away. Not without a very humbling start, though. Step 2 is homework. Get an index card. If you don't have an index card, fold up a piece of paper until it's the size of an index card. At the top, write what to do next when wallowing. Make a list of 3 actions that will get you closer to feeling how you want to feel inside your next career. Read, walk, call a friend, knit. Aside from calling someone, none of these activities can involve a smartphone or a computer. Store the card in your wallet, backpack, purse, and grab it the next time you start to feel helpless about your career prospects. Step 3, brainstorm at the right time of day. For me, mornings were that time. So I woke up between 6 and 6:30, stretched, went outside, got some air, drank some coffee, and then I sat down at my desk and brainstormed ideas about my future for 30 minutes before I got in the shower, every single day. I remember for weeks during this time, I got up and I sketched out ideas about opening up a hiking hut in Colorado. This hiking hut was gonna offer yoga, fishing lessons, hiking tours, education about wine, I don't know, bears on the property. This is what I needed to get up out of bed in the morning. Note, don't get attached to your ideas. This was exciting at the time, but within months, my ideas had transitioned into other ideas. I no longer want to open a hiking hut. Not saying that won't happen one day, but just don't get too attached. Just do anything. Some days, I just read a book that I found interesting, and that was enough. Sometimes I just stared out of my window and watched the sunrise. I did this for 2 years. A lot of days, I didn't feel any closer to being able to leave my career, truthfully. But then, it felt like my okayness and my happiness started to live outside of the results of whether or not I was gonna be able to get outside of medicine or not. It just, like in step 2, I felt like I was actually doing something. After work, I tried not to think about my future. My mind at night is not near as open to possibilities as it is in the morning. So I would go to the gym, I would call like family members, I would watch sports with my roommate. But for you, your time might be every night right before you go to bed, or maybe you're a night owl and this happens for you after 10 o'clock. Just mark that time of day down in a calendar. Step 3 is homework. Lock in a specific time of day where you can brainstorm your future. Block it into your schedule, but try not to get too regimented about it. Keep the window open for creativity. You never know what might show up if you keep showing up with the intention of discovering a job that could make you happy. This is the single most important thing you can do every day, so do it. Step 4, don't share your dreams. After a few weeks or months, or in my case, years, you'll have stumbled onto the scent of something exciting. Something will have clicked. A career path that complements, maybe even amplifies who you are as a person. And maybe you'll start to feel so near to it that you can touch it. And maybe, just maybe, you'll want to tell some people about it. Do not tell anyone. Until you've signed the contract, until you've opened the bakery, until you've secured the financing from the bank, for the love of your soul, do not tell anyone. One caveat, if you do need to tell someone, like really bad, like you have to absolutely tell somebody about your dream, tell a happy person whom you trust will let you keep having the space to explore this on your own. Unhappy people will squeeze that space and make you claustrophobic. And they won't be happy that you'll be leaving their unhappy ranks and going out and finding a purposeful life. You will have holes in your plan, and they will poke more holes into your plan. Because it's just an idea, you're trying to make a big change. You're trying to be more of who you are. You need to keep the lines of communication with God, the universe, the muse, however you prefer your divine higher power, open. Once you start telling too many people about your idea, that line gets jammed. Too many people start calling it. You'll lose the signal. What is so critical at this juncture is to channel that excitement into more constructive action. Make the next call. Submit the next application to the next job. The time will arrive for telling people, but that's not why you're doing this. You're doing this for you. You're not telling other people so that they can tell you good job. You're doing this to try to change your life. So change it. Don't tell people about it. Step 4 is homework. Before sharing your idea, ask yourself, how likely is this person to offer unbiased advice that will get me closer to my goal? Then ask yourself, how close am I to being willing to listen to whatever they say? If you shudder at the thought of constructive criticism, then you're probably not ready yet. It might make sense until you're a little bit further down the path before you share your plans. Unsolicited criticism or somebody poking holes in your plans can be devastating to your idea. Just trust me. Until it's all buttoned up, until everything's ready to go, keep it to yourself. Step 5, do it. Let's say you're finally ready to open up the bakery, that you will work as an apprentice for as many years as it takes. You're ready to set sail for meaningful work. What happens next is the hardest part of changing careers. At the job you hate, your boss, the psycho boss, is gonna walk into your office one day right before you're ready to quit and tell you how much they appreciate all of your hard work and dedication, and that they appreciate it so much they're gonna give you a 20% raise. The day before you put in your resignation letter, the friend who you told, whenever I told you not to tell them, that you were gonna open a bakery, accidentally let it slip to your mother that you were gonna quit your job as an attorney to open a bakery, and your mother just called you and said that you were making a colossal mistake. Fear will try to knock your lights out. This is inevitable. This is the one step you can count on. Mike Myers always comes back from the dead until you decapitate him. And sometimes Mike Myers still comes back. You know, you can't kill the Halloween franchise. You can't kill it. It's kind of like that with fear. Fear is Mike Myers. I was gonna quit medicine. It was over. I was ready. I didn't know what exactly I was gonna do whenever I was out of medicine. I had some ideas, but I was done. Then, from the ether, I got an incredible job offer. Part-time, 20 hours a week, over $200,000 per year, all the time I could need on the side to slowly build up enough money so I could eventually get out of medicine, and I accepted that job. Because before I could quit medicine, my plan needed to be perfect. So I took the job and waited. Within a month, I was so depressed that I gave up surfing altogether. I could barely get out of bed. I felt dead inside, so I quit and took the leap of faith. You know what happened? I figured it out, slowly, day by day. Because of those 2 years of preparation, I made small choice after small choice until I got where I am today, where I write and I refinish furniture inside of a company that I own and pay the bills with. And all of the inspiration to go and do these things and to figure this out and to get here, that only happened after I was outside of medicine. I share that to share this. You might just have to make the leap and go figure it out. If you're one of those people who is cursed with the desire to try to figure out why you're here on this earth and what a happy existence looks like and how their days can be days that feel like they're days that are spent inside of something that's bigger than just ourselves, well, once you start down this path, you can't get off it. You're gonna have to see it through to the end. At least that's what I've found out. I'm still trying to figure it out every single day, and I expect I'll be trying to figure this out probably for the rest of my life. But that struggle, it is worth it for every single day that I don't have to spend inside medicine knowing that I was never gonna figure out who I was or what I wanted to do with my life. I hope you get to figure out what you really want to do with your life, because that knowledge is worth so much more than a stable paycheck and a stable career. If you'd like to support my channel, be sure to subscribe and like this video. Also, don't miss my newsletter. Every Friday, I send out a short email of encouragement to anyone that's looking to go out and build a life that they love. Click the first link in the video description and join today. Thanks for watching.